Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Got something a little different today. I was actually invited by Wargaming to play with a Gold League North America team that is competing in the Gold League Finals, it looks like, on March the 15th. So that's coming up fairly quick, in about 5 days from today. And the guys I got to play with were Zoidberg, Urtai, and Lost. And it was a Tier 4, Tier 5 tournament. Skirmish 12, I think it was called. And we ended up rolling out with a weird assortment of tanks. We went with a light lineup that was quite quick, and it was mostly around DPS and DPM. So we were all just in tanks that could fire really quick. So I was in an M8A1. I've never actually been in this tank or played this tank before, but I'm on the press account, so I'm able to load up whatever shells I want and all the modules and everything. So it wasn't really much of a burden to play. Now, the guy calling the shots was Urtai. He's in the M8A1, and he usually took the lead in most of these battles, and he would call out targets. And the biggest thing I can take away from playing with these guys is just map, like the map awareness and the map reaction, and just the communication from these guys is just fantastic. I mean, if people could play with these types of players like every day, you'd have a lot less tomatoes driving around in World of Tanks. So a lot of the times we actually went in through the field in Karelia, and in 2 of these games we actually drove up here and they weren't here, and we ended up capping them out. And that's what kind of happened in this game as well. So I'm going to roll in. We've got a T-34 rolling in as well, and basically it was us just capping these guys out. And yeah, like, just playing with guys that are this high caliber is pretty cool. We were chatting about all different kinds of stuff, and I would have had our banter and stuff in here, but I didn't actually. I had them on TeamSpeak as well, but I was just in the very beginnings of getting my Twitch stuff going, and it actually only recorded my voice and not anyone else's voice, so I can't actually show anything that they were saying, unfortunately. But now that I've got everything all sorted out, that shouldn't be a problem in the future for anything I do in the future. The M8A1 has 2 different guns, and at first I was using the bigger gun because I wasn't really sure which one I wanted to use, but then I ended up switching over to the 57mm, which is just, it's faster firing, aims quicker, and that basically was the whole thing for this game, was to just get across the map, kill what we ran into, and then cap out, because a lot of players, when they go on this map, they automatically go towards the hill because they think that's the way to win. And in this kind of tournament, like, it was only for about 500 gold and a couple repair packs and things like that. So it wasn't some major grand prize or anything. So if you can cap out and not spend a whole lot of money, then you might as well just do it, right? So this guy's coming up, trying to get back, so I just put 1 shot into him as he comes around. And now this is the last battle, and it was against a Quebec clan. I actually get recognized, which was kind of funny in the chat. So they were actually from Quebec. So shout out to all the players from Quebec that are watching the stream and playing from Quebec. Now we've spotted a KV-220, and these guys set up a pretty good base defense. Well, not pretty good. I mean, only one of them we only ended up taking 35 hit points of damage from the entire enemy team. And they actually ended up rolling with a Panzer S-35, a KV-1, a KV-220, and a Type P-34. So they had a pretty slow lineup, so they just decided that they were going to hold up in the tower and wait for us to come in. So we're just getting instructions right now from Urtai to set up shop, get ready to shoot at what he spots. And I know they're back in here somewhere, and it's just a matter of time before we find them and kill them all. But just in general, the whole tournament, like, was really short. It was only about like 6 games. We ended up winning all the games, and I won 500 gold, and hopefully that makes it to my account, because this was with my press account, and I wasn't entirely sure whether that was actually going to happen or not, but we'll find out soon enough. So unfortunately that last shot didn't go, and ended up bouncing off the turret on the T-34. And now we're just trying to find targets. So I've got a side shot on this KV, gonna put on a shot on the side of his turret, and then he gets finished off by Zoidberg. And this part was a little bit frustrating because there wasn't anything to shoot at. And when I would go around the rock one way, the target would disappear. So I went around this rock a whole bunch of times trying to figure out which way this T-34 is going. So I'm backing up and then I'm trying to get a shot between this and the rock, but with how jerky the acceleration is sometimes, it was hard to actually get that shot in. So I'm going back forward, trying to figure out how to get this shot in. From what I'm aware, the other teams that are going to be going to the Gold League finals in North America are going to be Simp and the Cunninghams and eLevate, and I can't remember the other team. They don't really come to mind. So if anyone is interested in Gold League stuff with 752, be sure to tune in at the end of the 15th. I think it's a Sunday actually, and all of the Gold League games will be going on one day, and I'm pretty sure it's happening in Las Vegas. So if you're looking to get involved with team battles and want to play in the Open League or the Bronze League or someday the Silver and Gold League, it's pretty good practice to jump into these kind of skirmishes and stuff and just get playing with a certain group of people, because the reason why these guys are so good together is because they practice with each other all the time. They're always on TeamSpeak. They know what the other one is doing before the other one's even going to do it most of the time. And I don't know if anyone can get to this level, but it's something to strive for, and it's always about improving and getting better. Now we're coming up to the end of the game here, and the KV-1 didn't really have any chance left at this point. So just gonna roll up, put some more shots into him, and that was gonna be about it for him. Say goodnight. And that was it for the tournament. We ended up winning the entire thing for our bracket. Went, I think it was 6-0. And it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun playing with eLevate, and I wish them all the best in the Gold League. And I hope they end up carrying out the win, and then they can go over to Europe and end up playing the best players in Europe and Russia as well. So I'd also like to extend a thank you to Wargaming for allowing me to play with them. And it was a neat experience because you don't really ever get the chance to play with Gold League players very often. So I kind of jumped at the chance. And thanks for watching. I know the gameplay wasn't like scintillating. It was like tier 4 and tier 5 tanks, and we rolled over them every single game or capped out. But I think generally the thing to take away from, if you get the opportunity to play with these guys, just do it. And if you see any of these guys in random games, be sure to say hi. See you guys. Thanks for watching.